Yeah, you don't have to do this. You should be. You got a choice.
So we're gonna go away for a week.
No, it's so it's.
It says borderline sponsor. Like 3 children. You know about it? No, her daughter had Adam she her daughter was only 13, now she's 25. If she has now, her daughter has 3 kids already. So she works constantly. $600 a month. Imagine the 3 kids. You're not allowed to have them. She has 1 on the lease. The other 2 I signed up for school out of my end.
And the joke is that.
But they're all in the apartment.
Yeah, they're all the
Because
apartments.
you were listening.
Well, no, they're my house, most of them. It's always working. Yeah, it used to be a little bit like $600.
Nobody told
Yeah,
us.
1985. I think COVID it made that like great trajectory, you know, we're in an apartment costs more than a house.
Yeah, then they changed it again.
It's an upside down world.
Well, you know, I'm kind of a history buff. I'm going back to the 50s. I mean, my dad was chief manager in Oregon.
Yeah.
He helped cast the case. Oh, where's the first two atomic bombs?
Yeah.
And during the 50s, it was.
That's
Well,
what
the niggas not gonna have any different weapons, so I can't fit one on the character. And my character, so you know what to do.
Yeah. Well, I think so, yeah. She never went out.
I have a two.
Actually transported in some cases.
Don't ask that.
We had
It's not during the week.
and the,
But it is a separate. Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill, what you doing in one?
I don't know, I think you do it.
One.
Was that? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Dive in the boat.
Samaritan's Prayer. Almighty everlasting God, protector of all who put their trust in you. Hear our prayers on behalf of thy servants who sail their vessels beneath the sea. She beseech thee to keep in thy sustaining care all who are in submarines, that they may be delivered from the hidden dangers of the deep. Grant them the courage and devotion to fulfill their duties, that they may better serve thee and their native land. Though acquainted with the depths of this ocean, deliver them from the depths of despair and dark hours, absence of friendliness and good ship spirit. Bless all their kindred and loved ones from whom they are separated. When they surface for ships, they praise thee, for thou art there as well as in the deep. Fill them with thy spirit, that they may be sure in their reckoning, unwavering in their duty, high in purpose, while upholding the honor of their nation. Amen.
Amen.
Calling in the boats.
USS Perch, SS-176. The USS Grampus, SS-207. USS H-1, SS-28. USS Triton, SS-201. USS Keep, SS-369. USS F-4, SS-23. USS Colby, SS-284. And the USS Trigger, SS-237.
A moment of silence for the departed shipmates. There is a port of no return which ships may ride at anchor for a little space, and then, some starless nights, the cable slips, leaving the eddy at the mooring place. Gulls bear no longer, sailor rest your oar. No tangled wreckage will be washed ashore.
Okay, this is a decree of the United States submarine veterans to perpetuate the memory of our shipmates who gave their lives in the pursuit of their duties while serving their country. that their dedication, deeds, and supreme sacrifice be a constant source of motivation toward greater accomplishments. Pledge loyalty and patriotism to the United States Constitution.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, now it's our time for introductions of members and guests.
Jim Madden, I qualified on the USS George Bancroft, SSBN 643 Blue in March of 1989.
Steve Spooner, I was on the USS Hammerhead, SSN 663, fast attack boat out of Virginia. I qualified in 1981.
Ed Carlson, I qualified on the USS Angler, AGSS 240 on May 24, 1967 in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And that's where I drew my dolphins and survived.
Jim Gary, I qualified on USS IRX, SS 42, August 1964, in Groton, Connecticut.
Wayne McAllis, qualified on the USS Angler, SS 240, Groton, Connecticut, 1967.
Bill Elliott, USS John Marshall, SSBN 611, qualified.
Well, let me find some walk-up music for video.
Kyle Press, I'm a guest here. Today's my first day. Mrs. Technician First Class. I qualified Dolphins November 4th, 2021 on USS Pennsylvania Gold, location unknown.
20 Dallas.
Settle down.
1968, 1970, qualified. Fort Campbell, Kentucky, 1968, shooting expert at F-14.
Okay. Bill McGlynn qualified on April 81, Spadefish, Squadron. Buddy over there, Squadron 6 out of Norfolk, Virginia, but I qualified under the ice.
Chris Vincent, USS Manhattan, SS 377, San Diego, California.
Thank you, gentlemen. I met Kyle on the phone this morning, and as a result of what you said, you remind me, diesel boats forever. So I dressed for the occasion. It was actually, back in November, I was down in Georgia for the Submarine Veterans of World War II Memorial Service. And the desk lady was down there selling her products. And my wife got to see it, and she bought me quite a few shirts. But that's why I wore it tonight, because you reminded me of my diesel boats forever.
I'm very happy.
And welcome.
How's a missile tech on a boomer remind you of diesel boats? Put that together, Ed.
What was that?
He was a solarman, Joe.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
That was good.
Well, a fast attack is more like a diesel boat than a boomer, right?
I was thinking now,
Like
boomers are fast attackers, the missile can work in the middle.
Yeah.
But you guys are high.
Fast attacks.
I beg to disagree, Jim.
Fast attacks come up every once in a while.
When we came out of the shipyard without any barnacles and everything else, we were fast. I thought, the sea trials, I thought we were fast.
Here's a second, then you're doing the speed of the boat.
Doesn't answer you.
Anyway, treasurer's report, James.
Secretary.
Oh, secretary's report.
Regular meeting minutes, New Jersey Bay South, USSVI, Friday, February 27th, Yardville, New Jersey, 1930 hours, VFW building. Officers present, Ed Carlson, Bob Gross, Jim Madden, James Carey. Prayer, flag salute, tolling of votes, introduction of members present and guests, honor World War II vets. Chaplain's report, medical list, John Theotonio. Meeting of January, minutes of meeting, January meeting read by secretary and approved by members present. Treasurer's report given by James Gary. We have 2 CDs, one of $17,224.33, one of $4,122.44, a checking account of $3,135.75, a scholarship CD of $3,118.15, a scholarship account of $5,931.99, for a total base treasury of $33,553.54. Report accepted as read by members present. Membership, C. Vincent, approximately 109 with 1 pending.
Yep.
Oh, you got them now, 110.
I guess we got 110.
Yeah.
110 for my report.
Ways and Means, Dave Lucas, no report. C. Ed Carlson for latest in hats and sweatshirts. Scholarship, Ed Carlson reports that there's no applicants.
No applicants.
Nothing yet, right?
Nothing.
License plate, Ed Carlson, no bites. Old business, applications for 2026 USSBI National Awards are due April 30th. 2026 Northeastern Region District 2 meeting and summary 4th anniversary. Early planning for base membership luncheon in Allentown for members and guests. We'll hear more about that today. We need a volunteer for newsletter. New business NA, C Stories NA. For the good of the order, 50/50 netted $155. Meeting closed with prayer by Vice Commander Chaplain. Chief of the boat, Wayne Michelle, Scout and Service. James Madden, Secretary, New Jersey Bay South, USSBI.
Thank you. Any questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept the report.
Make a motion to accept the report.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Treasurer's report.
Our total cash as of today is $33,808. We have in our checking account $3,321. In the scholarship savings account, we have $5,940. We have 3 CDs, 1 CD from, that is associated with the scholarship fund. That's $3,128. It's 3.5%, and it's due September 1st. We have our regular CD, that is $17,270, 3.5%, and it's due July 25th. And then we have an additional CD that came out of our checking account. That's $4,147. Interest rate is 4%, and it's due April 4th. Our year-to-date revenue is $2,359. Our year-to-date expenses are $845, and that leaves us a net income of $1,514.
Thank you. Any questions, corrections, comments? Entertainment to accept the report.
Make a motion to accept the treasury report.
Second.
And second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Accepted. Chaplain's report. Unfortunately, our chaplain is not here this evening, so I have really nothing to report on his behalf. So we'll go right to committee reports, and that means, Chris, you're up.
110 people, nothing on the Eagle Scout program.
I'm gonna say 111, missile tech over here.
So,
I said maybe,
yeah,
111
soon.
missile tech over here.
100%. Should we put a reminder out on our social media and email about the scholarship?
sure.
And hopefully, we expect Guy, our chairman, committee chairman, to return next month. His obligation with the Elks.
Home Depot.
Should be, oh, yes. Ways and Means, again, if anybody's interested in a hat or anything that's, sweatshirts with identifying themselves with the base, please see me. License plates. Funny, we should say that because I have one application ready to get mailed tomorrow to the motor vehicle. And I expect to have a bad application pretty soon from Kyle. And Kyle will be you qualified to go to Pennsylvania.
Yes, sir.
And Kyle is gonna be the fortunate one to have his phone number on his eye.
Oh, really?
And it's only happened twice.
Who's the other guy? You're here?
Ah.
But,
That'd be something.
because usually they always ask me, can I get my phone number? And,
If you order a vanity plate, you think they could fit SSEN, the three numbers, one jersey plate?
100%.
Go figure.
I mean, what are the odds are somebody in the state probably has my vote?
I have a dummy one. I got stuck in Florida one time. They were making plates for a movie. And they crank out any plate you wanted, and I had to make it plastic. You'd think it was real.
What was the whole number?
Branding for the state of New Jersey. Well, unless you get enough sales, that they have to go to
Yeah, what's it?
reprint.
1735.
In which
That's
case,
the
you will get a
Is that where
color.
he's at though?
Yeah.
The next one is 1736.
What was it? One
Sorry,
second.
he's asking me about the where you're at with the license
Is he
plate.
gonna get 1735?
Sequential order.
It's,
What was your
Yeah,
phone number again?
173, my home number is 735, but the plate's gonna read 1735.
Understood, but he's at one, you're at 735?
I tried to get 611, and they gave me 1911 instead.
What year was that public commission?
86?
86.
I don't know if I
86
remember.
back then?
I just, it's just the luck of the draw because I assign them sequentially as they come in and the only choice, you really have a choice, that Wayne had a choice because he had his, he bought a new car, he could have either went back to his original plate number, but he wanted to update it, he got a new plate number. And, that's the only choice you have. You don't have colorization yet.
No.
The Marines have colorization, which annoys me to no end that we don't, but it's a matter of, we don't sell enough, we have to wait till they sell out the inventory. And, we're getting close, probably about 22.
I just reached out and said, talk to me.
Next month.
We have one of the plans in place. I wish that we had the opportunities, but I saw one the other day in Nebraska. It's beautiful. And the other problem, complaint I have to keep a hitch on my car all the time because the letters are so small that in their 20 years I've had the plate, somebody keeps hitting me. They pull up the back and, oh, I'm sorry, read the plate.
Yeah, the best we can do is just the plate holders, like, I have my anchor boat in the front of the boat, on the car, and my blenny on the back.
Wow.
What's really cool though is my wife's, the that's on her plate car, I did, until she totaled my car, and I had to new one. But what I did is, we were one number apart, and it was so great, with the two cars sitting on the carport, and people walking by, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
And,
It's cool.
it was cool. You have that, right, Chris?
What's that?
Consecutive plate numbers.
Yeah. What 2 daughters do.
With two others.
Yeah. They need.
Okay, now, old business. Applications for national awards, they're due at the end of the month. If you plan on submitting one, it has to be a certain form. I have copies of the format if you want it. I will say that there are applications in for the 2 of our members. I won't mention who they are because we don't know if it's gonna go through. But we're in the running. So, District 2, the Northeastern Regional District meeting, which is scheduled for April 11th at Summers Point. I never got a final copy of the agenda. We were asked not to circulate it, but I do have copies of the pre-approved final version out there if you want to look at it. It looks pretty much like a regular meeting of the Egg Harbor base, plus time for an update by Mike on what's happening at the district and at national. But I don't have the final version. If he sends it to me before I go on vacation, I will send it out to Chris for distribution. If anybody is interested in attending, let me know, and I will let my boss know.
Why don't you switch and do the St. Mary's first? We're gonna talk about the luncheon probably more.
You want us to vote on the St. Mary's thing?
Get that out of the way.
Oh, we can do that.
And then talk about the luncheon, that's all.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, good idea. In the back is a form for donations, if anybody feels like making a donation to the submarine museum in
St. Mary's.
St. Mary's. And it has multiple donation levels. If you donate $100, it's a turtle. A World War II fleet boats, $500. Nautilus, $1,000. Virginia, $5,000. And District of Columbia, $10,000. I made a small donation, and I got a thank you card from Keith. So you will, if you're interested in contributing to their capital campaign. It's a great museum, and they're moving to a bigger facility.
Are they open right along? You've seen it, right?
I've seen where it's gonna go,
Okay, the new one?
but it's not open yet.
Is the old one still open?
The old one is still open.
The old one was in the house before.
And it was near the water.
Are they gonna move the periscope, because they have a periscope there too?
They're gonna move everything.
Good.
And
They
it was
put Wayne down for 10,000.
Thanks, Bill.
What's really good, there's so much space, that right now they can't put everything. At one of my USS Agner reunions, our battle flag was actually donated to the museum. I got to see it the last time I was at St. Mary's. But it's gonna be great, they're gonna be able to go to the museum and you can see all the battle flags of the World War II subs. And
They took a bunch of stuff from Ling, right, the museum up in Hackensack. I think it was sent to St. Mary's as well, when they closed that facility up in Hackensack.
Yeah, I have my mementos from the service. I'm gonna have to send it all down to there, because if I don't, I know what's gonna happen to them in my past. My son's gonna go, oh, that's nice, Chuck. Oh, nice Chuck. So I want to get rid of them before that happens. But one thing the other day, I had a picture frame broke. The frame was holding my graduating class of some school. And I haven't seen this in over 50 years. At the back of it was this, everybody signed each other's picture. It's hard to make out.
Yeah.
But I gotta go on to see how many of our members of the USSBI that are still with us. But it was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool, which is why. And you'll never recognize me from this picture.
Does anybody follow the submarine school on Facebook?
I used to.
It's weird now, like it's the A schools combined with submarine school or something.
All the A schools are stationed in the halls on the same base, but the hall itself is different. Sub school is its own command, and then every single, I think like they have Sonar Tech Rating School there, they have A-Game Rating School there. I don't know where FTs and TMs go, but you know what I mean? So that's how it was when I was going through sub school in early 2020.
How was the mess there? They still have like
It was the best, I loved it.
that rotating case with all the pastries on it?
Oh yeah, no, it's not.
She's just worried about the cafeteria.
But it was bad, I mean, hey, look, it was good, you know? It was good.
I thought that was the best dining hall.
that cake, that second cake,
Oh, I know, you walk in the door right there, you go down the middle, there's the salad bar, and then they have two lines going left and right, and then you circle back in your seats. It was always crowded, but it was a good time.
My question
And
is,
there's females too,
is there's a pizza truck still coming outside the back.
Do you have beer, vending machines still in the barrel? We had that.
We don't, no,
They
they
buy beer out of it.
No, they got real, not, yeah, wasn't that my experience.
Or they had like a room with a pool table, and I remember they had people buy your beer.
You reminded me of something.
They had a bar.
And, we were in Overhaul in the Philly yards, and we were on a barge.
Bars.
And that barge had a beer machine.
Yeah.
And that beer machine just happened to be right next to my bunk. I was late. But Philadelphia,
I think the chow hall, it was fantastic.
I
Phil,
don't,
you remember that?
I don't remember the chow hall,
No,
but I do remember.
He was too busy drinking beer.
But I do remember the bar that was right outside the gate of the Navy Yard. It's the last place I know you could get a nickel beer. The short nickel beer, a little bit bigger than what you drink. You don't just think of it because you either had money or you didn't have money. You never, there was nothing in between when you were in the military, right?
Well, when we were there, the New Jersey was there, right? In Overhaul.
Yes, New Jersey, the FDR.
Because I remember you can get anything you wanted done, I had a car then. And whatever you wanted done in grass or if you had coffee, a can of coffee, first they paint your whole car, go to your car, and I don't know why. Down at Philly, they were robbing that place blind.
We were also.
They were all union.
Oh, man.
So here's a guy sitting there and he's, you go around. And he's writing all the names down of every piece of equipment, who made it. Like, who made this sonar piece, who made it. I said, why are you writing all that down? He says, that's where you want to buy stock, kid. I says, I'm lucky I could buy coffee. But he said, he was sitting there, I said, well, what are you doing? He says, I can't move, it was electricity. That pipe has to be moved and I can't move. I says, when's it going to be moved? He said, maybe tomorrow, the next day. They're all union.
If you're not a carpenter, you can't pick up a hammer.
I know, the rules they had, they were robbing the place blind.
We were also in there when the FDR pulled in, and they had a basketball team, so they wanted us to come up with a basketball team. Now, how many guys on the carrier versus how many guys? We could get 8 guys to show up for the game. So we show up.
10% of your crew.
Who knows who they are? They come out, they're all in uniforms, they're all these big, tall black guys.
Yeah.
And they're dunking the ball. And I said, holy shit. What are we gonna do? But we had a Mexican Tex-Mex tequila.
I remember that.
He was, right, he was some dribbler. And him and I played guard. And my strategy was we were going to freeze the ball. We lost 14-12.
Oh, wow.
We froze the ball and it would drive them crazy because he would not pass the ball back to me until he got 3 guys on him. I passed back to him. I wasn't as good. As soon as I got 2 guys, it's yours. We go back and forth. I forgot to count, we had one big guy and we would feed it into him and he would miss the goddamn hoop. So much. Otherwise, we would have beat that. But we didn't. If we would have played them up, it would have been a slaughter. But we're smarter than Canada.
That hasn't changed. In all these years, that same exact scenarios play out. That has not changed. You guys are, we're all carriers, so that's great.
While we're talking stories, did everybody see that they used the first torpedo during the Iran war?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do those guys get a combat patrol pin at this point?
They will get that.
No, that's a serious question.
VIP subs sitting in the mud for 6 days. And the Virginia that was behind them was sitting there watching them. And the Virginia somehow had a detection device that set in mind. And they used 2 Mark 48 AdCats on these 2 brand new digital subs that the Iranians had. that were some sort of AID that was completely silent. Those guys were sitting in the mud for 6 days, and then they were told to activate, and they were activated at the same time that the Iranians fired an SSN, what do you call it, a ballistic missile at Diego Garcia, same minute, to confuse everyone.
Wouldn't there maybe still be the same size as the Mark IV?
Everything came loose at once, I'm sure that, that's.
How far away do you think that ship was, the Soleimani? Because they don't say that.
5 or 6 miles.
I was gonna say,
And it wasn't going fast.
and I mentioned that, I said, they.
4,000 yards.
Yeah,
it's a couple
The
thousand.
furthest you can see is 4 miles. I said, yeah, 4 miles if you're 2 feet above sea level, but how far was that scope? I don't know.
Well, how worried were you to have the scope up the whole time, too?
And you notice where that torpedo hit the stern,
Yeah, it was in the stern.
and I think the captain did that
So-
because he wanted to minimize
Oh, you think
that's why he fucking fired in the stern.
The
Normally,
engine?
you go right down the middle and break that.
Why don't
submarine.
anybody tap in to pick up survivors out of
Well, Sri Lanka had to. Well, they had the chance, they could have went in the port, they would have offered to go in the port.
Oh, they were?
Well, 2 other ships are still sitting in port. They're not-
They gave the option, they have the option.
One of the porter will sink it, and they chose to
That
pick
was
up.
the whole debate, do they play like the Israeli and Israel everybody, or?
Wow.
And don't ever disclose the name of that submarine.
I know, as I said.
Well, we know it was the
USS Columbia, it's not.
It's a 688.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It was 60.
I was,
It had 3 Australians
It
aboard.
was on the news, it was in MSN, it was all over.
But you had to make a point, the Australians had nothing to do with any of it.
That's why I asked, those guys have a combat patrol pin, right? They'll be the first submariners to
I'm
wear a combat
surprised they put
patrol
the
pin.
name out.
Bill, where did you hear the name?
It was all over the news.
It was? I'm
Not at
surprised.
first.
Because if you walked around with a hat that said USS Columbia on it, I'd be kind of scared.
Yeah, it was the Columbia, USS Columbia, the 88.
No, the USS Columbia is the new submarine they're coming out with.
Yeah.
No, that's the.
Oh, Charles.
Charlotte.
the Charlotte,
Yes, whatever, one of those.
Charlotte.
But yeah, we know,
That's what
we know
we
the
do.
boats, the boats not shooting anymore.
I'm surprised they say.
We do make something over by, people forget to.
Oh, anyway, those names should.
The most boring thing I was ever on was the fire control tracking party. You set up in the control room and they call the sonar bearings. That's all I had to do, was look at this thing you call. Put them on for, you know what I mean, as you make your approach. Yeah, I mean, apparently you don't shoot a torpedo just, like that, you know, it's.
Well, they should do it more.
I wonder how many watts, I got off the Marshall in 76, and the Mark 48 head cap had just come out then, so I wonder how many modifications they've done in the last 50 years to get torpedo. Any great example, but you had an 8 mile range then.
What's the word?
Well,
It was
It was the Charlotte, not the Columbia.
Charlotte.
You know what I meant,
I'm surprised, I'm really surprised that you didn't
USS Charlotte.
mention that. Well, because when
The other city,
Carolina, not more.
That's right, and it's so much fake news, the only way I get it is that I get my news from a news service in Kitchener, Ontario, that I pay $3 a month for. And they list all the articles that come out, and whether they're conservative, liberal, or middle of the road, and then you can click on them. And it's all nonsense, but, you know,
But what they did is they opened up that commanding officer and they could for possible war crimes. Because we're not at war.
right, and I think there's too much out there.
Huh?
Plus, somebody mentioned Facebook. My son's destroyer, brand new destroyer, doesn't have a Facebook site because they found out through the FBI that if you identify a sailor that's got a specialty, the Facebook software that the FBI has can do a facial recognition in 7.5 seconds on anyone. So my son's destroyer, basically, the Facebook page has picture of the commanding officer, picture of the XO, picture of the ship when it was commissioned in Key West, and that's it.
You know that French nuclear powered aircraft carrier, I read an article where one of the crew members had some kind of digital watch that gave away his location.
A lot of the Navy today, in training submarine sailors, is specifically centered around information control and security because of the detection methods available to foreign entities or enemy entities in general.
They told us that they had surveillance, this is 1988, right there, that they could tell with listening gear what keys were getting hit by a typewriter.
Yeah.
And kind of like, you know, they touch some, I don't know. But I always remember,
Nobody uses computers anymore.
we still used ribbons then, and I remember whenever we did that Rickover letter, they took the ribbon out of the safe because it left all the imprints on it, and then that went in a burn bag when it was finally completed. Because someone could,
Make out what
yeah,
it was.
read the, yeah. I guess now it's all,
Well, thanks to John Walker, they knew where we were every minute of the
Well, yeah, true.
I remember in World War II, you saw all the posters, loose lips sink ships.
Oh, yeah.
And they would have been better off not disclosing it. Getting back to our agenda, St. Mary's, I mentioned about individual contributions. Do you think we should make a base contribution to the museum?
maybe somewhere in the middle, like, not the 10,000.
No, I'm going that one.
Yeah.
No.
But not the, you know, not the waste of 10,000. Turtle's what, 100?
I'll pay for that.
Turtle's 100, and the next one is 500. But you know, you can make anything in between, so we could donate anything.
And they're gonna put us on a plaque probably, right?
Yes.
So
You're a plank donor then, you're gonna get a plank donor certificate. That's the interesting thing.
I know what I donated. I
Is it like this one over here?
Yes, that's so, it's just interesting point, if you're a plank donor, so the 100 or the 500, we have another certificate to hang on our wall.
Right. Any thoughts, gentlemen?
What are you looking at me for? It's not my money, Jim.
Well,
Say it out loud, Jim.
You know, remember, we were really nice to Jersey.
Between.
Remember Jersey Commission crew that time?
250 is plenty. You know, if we're gonna come up with this party,
$250,000.
Yes,
that's gonna be, you
that's it.
know, $2,000 or $3,000.
250, and I'd like to make a motion to accept donating $250.
I second.
Second?
Second.
Everybody, I agree.
All those in favor?
I'll read this one.
Motion carries.
Okay.
Base 250 donation.
250.
$1 million, that's a nice little.
Thank you. Now, we have a report from Jim and Wayne.
Yeah, looking at these prices, this is, when you get done.
All right, let me go first.
Go ahead.
Well, Piazza, it's in Allentown on Church Street. I've been there, they have a separate room.
Well, tell them why you're telling them this.
Okay, well,
I need to know.
we're proposing to have a luncheon during the summer for our members. And Ed wants to make it free in the sense that the base will pay for the luncheon. That's what he feels he wants to do. If anybody feels otherwise, you know, you can voice your opinion, ultimately decide what we want to do. So there's a woman that does the catering. It's a separate room. It's a nice big room. And you walk off the street into a separate door and you go in there. She had weekend dates, July 11th, 12th, the 18th, the 19th, 26th. Should have some more. So I have 3 menus. First menu is $51, and you get an appetizer, salad, pasta, entree, and then you get a dessert. So you have to charge sales tax, plus there's a 20% gratuity. So if it was $51, that would be $1,785, $357 for a tip, and $118 for sales tax.
For how many people?
For 35 people.
It's like 21.
You have to have minimum,
But you're gonna bring some, you can bring your
no,
girlfriend.
you can't bring your own. Oh,
No, right, it's a member and guest.
Yeah.
Girlfriend, you only bring one.
Yeah.
Only bring
Well,
one.
one of the two these.
Who did you say, the 11th, 18th, or 25th?
What's your wife? The 11th, the 12th, the
Yeah,
18th, the 19th.
Being broadcast,
That's on
guys.
the weekend. That's the other thing, we have to decide, you want to have it during the week, or do you want it on a weekend? That's the other issue we have to decide. We have to decide the date, and whether you want it on a weekday or a weekend.
Now, the picnic used to be the last Saturday in July.
Saturday.
It was the last one.
Yeah.
So the 11th would just be the
Yeah.
second Saturday. Oh, no, that's too, that's a lot.
You said a minimum of 30 people,
35.
and we have trouble,
Well,
if you just count the heads over here at double, because everybody brings a wife or a girl.
We heard the price, it might make it popular. Here it's free.
But I said, we might have trouble just getting 35 people.
Well,
Then
don't
that's a
forget,
problem.
Chris is gonna put it out on the internet. And, Guy isn't here, there's a lot of people that are gonna come that aren't here.
But it's,
But all I know is every time we had the picnic out here, guys from here that showed up, count them on my hand. We never had a lot, never.
but the whole background of this is, we used to have our own picnic. And we got too old to have.
That was down in Lakers, right?
No, here.
Yeah.
But we do need something to keep, the camaraderie of the group. Not just coming to meetings, but just simply with our spouses, have a good meal and get together and have a time of fellowship. And that's what really,
It sounds good. If you get
So
some people to show
let's,
up.
let's take the worst case, let's say we get 25 or 30 people, we're still stuck for 35 at $60, $55?
It's $51 a person for
Plus
35,
20%,
plus tip 20%, plus sales tax.
plus sales tax, so what is that, that comes out like $70 times
Well,
35? So
17 something, he said.
Well, really what you're saying is there's a $2,200 wrong.
It could be
Yeah,
$2,200.
Right.
And that's
Is
what
it
you
a cash bar for people?
and it's a cash flow.
Yeah.
treat it as a $2,200 thing. And not get too worried about it.
I think we can get 35 people.
I'm sure we
We
could
could
get,
get to this one.
we could get 35, I'm sure we could get 35.
Maybe.
What's that?
Wait till we get to this one, did you see what they charge?
Well, if it's,
Stone Terrace.
if we could have a raffle or something, a couple baskets or something, maybe to help knock it down.
Well, that's possible.
Everybody donate a bottle of booze, well, a basket of
But
sugar.
that's really not a bad price. I just have a 50th reunion coming up.
Maybe one of you guys like to
It's like
sell 50/50s down here.
Oh.
Like just the 50/50s.
I'll sell it during the party.
It's not like, you will recoup the cost within the year. You're very good at that way. But I just think we have to do something. And do we do it during the week, or do we do it on a weekend? And there are people that don't come to meetings because it's during the week and it's at night.
I would assume he works.
During the week, yeah.
Guy works on Saturday, but he doesn't work on Sunday.
Sunday, it is an afternoon thing, right? It's not, it's
Yeah.
Saturday or Sunday,
It's
it's
from
from
12 to 4.
How many people we got on the internet tonight? 3? We had 3 or 4 people there?
Are you live streaming?
Jim, what were the two Sunday dates, 12th and
The
19th?
19th and the 26th and the 12th. We can have it in August too.
The 26th is very close to when we would have had a picnic anyway, right?
But we can have it in August,
Ah.
if,
Do we want to
Well,
invite
this would be in lieu of
Shore people
the
too?
July meeting.
You want to open it up to the, my cost of the Jersey Shore people?
I don't, probably not.
If we come up short, you can invite a few of our pals.
We could always, get more people to come.
Yeah, in other words, we want to have 35.
We
want
need 35, and if we get 35 one way or the
Yeah.
other. What if people that don't show up, all of a sudden show up?
Right.
I don't think we'll get another 5 more people out of, our membership is what, 110? And the most we get at a meeting is probably about 12.
I know, it's at 12.
So we could think, we'll have 24. So all we have to do is come up with a few more. And it's really relatively easy because we could invite some of our friends from the BFW. they're gracious enough to let us use the facility at a reasonable cost, so we can do that.
Free food usually gets people's attention too.
So, right now, you have a meeting scheduled for the 24th, right? For July.
That's how we get people to show up.
That's the last Friday in July.
Okay.
And he says, well, that's Sunday, if you, instead of coming here Friday, just come Sunday afternoon.
Well, that's right, it's 31st, so.
Oh. No, it's the fourth Friday, it's the meeting, except for November, who knows what you know. Depends on when Thanksgiving is.
June 28th.
No, July. July's, our picnic would have been the 25th. We're not having it. So you just go to the 26th and you got same, well, everybody is usually.
Is everybody gonna be around then?
Usually.
Hope so.
I said, God willing.
It's your right.
Yeah, God willing, right?
It works for me because I'll be back. I've been visiting my brother in England, so I'll be back. And, you know, July works for me. Sunday, I think we have a good chance of getting Guy and his missus here. And,
How about that guy from Vineland? Was it, that fellow from Vineland that had that camper? He's the one that came up with the wildlife tickets. He probably would come if he knows about it.
But, you know, we could, once we have a set on what we're gonna do, I sent out 7 emails to members at large to encourage them to, I'm stupid. Because we'll use this in lieu of our meeting, and there's 3 new Holland Club members that we will invite.
Okay.
So that's 6.
Yeah.
So that's gonna get us closer to 35.
Yeah. We'll get 35. I'm sure.
We'll get 35,
Yeah.
but we'll use that as not a meeting, but as a way of presenting the Holland Club.
Remember the picnic, we just had that abbreviated, we did it's only the votes, the creed, we were done.
We can have a brief
We
meeting.
got it.
It's not a meeting, just.
Put the name of the restaurant in there, because that restaurant really has a huge following in this immediate area. When it first opened up, they bought the firehouse there, so you have nearly a bunch for a firehouse. And the only problem is it's a little tight on parking, but they use the church.
They opened up a new Rochester City.
Yeah, it's great, it's terrific.
And you can park in the church already.
I suggested Allentown because we've been with the other base going to the memorial dinners on the shore. That's a drive for us.
This lunch is gonna be midday, right? So
12 to 4.
12 to 4.
let's see. Right now, there's 2. They don't stay on long.
Sunday would probably be the best day, I think.
In lieu of the meeting that would have been on the, and traditionally, we always used to have a Saturday thing. So it's almost like, finally, we'll do something in the summer.
Once we have it set and we have reservations, I'll reach out to the 3 Holland Club members and tell them, come show up.
Invite them for the Holland Club ceremony.
Get your goal back.
Yeah, we should give them the whole ad and.
For lunch.
Remember the pig roast, we used to take deposits, and then we remind everybody, hey, you already got your money, be sure you show up.
I was really happy at the end of last year, we were able to present Holland Club certificates to two of our members here. Because they should be awarded at a base meeting by the base commander. And that's exactly what the policy is of USSVI. And we managed to get 2 people here, they didn't come back, but we don't know what's going on in their lives, but they're getting, thank God for Chris, because Chris is really good. He gets our agenda out, and he keeps everybody informed of what's going on. So, if they're free, and it's, hope springs eternal, maybe we can get them out to a meeting. But a free meal, people will come for a free meal, I would think.
They should. Yes, they will.
So gentlemen, what's,
Well, I'm not, they have 2 other menus that are cheaper. They have a $35 menu and a $40 menu and a $35 menu. and they're family style or buffet style. This doesn't say what it is. The only thing it says, well, all of them say, they say plated $3 per person extra. I don't know what that means.
Plated
Yeah.
In other words, if you wanted to serve at the table, it's gonna cost you $3 more.
Rather than having a.
buffet style.
So what do we, if we have a dinner, we want to have a family style, right? Or a buffet.
Buffet is better, because in
Yeah, I like
my
buffet.
opinion, I know, you know,
I buffet, yeah.
I think buffet, I used to work in catering, everybody just creates a line, and it's like the chow line. We don't know what a chow line is, you know what I'm saying?
Be back, like, go back to the service, the shower. That's it. I'll serve.
Yeah.
Eat all these mashed potatoes.
It's a waste of it.
Wait until you get out the rule.
So do we want.
Somebody just flicked on, flicked off.
We were gonna do it.
Oh, no. I thought it was other places.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, he were there, four different places you.
No, this is one place, you got the other place.
Yeah, this is,
Don't care. This is a little more, but I've been there many times, the food is good, and they have buffet. But this will run you, it says $70 a head, then you add on the tax, and all of a sudden, when you get done, it's gonna be about $80 a head.
Yeah.
So for 30 people, you're talking minimum 2,400.
3,000.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, you wanna set a cap then, this event,
yeah, that's kind
not to exceed,
All these bubbleheads are trying to do math, and I think it's cheaper.
I don't know. The food is generally okay with these catering things. It's not gourmet, but it's more than passable.
of, I mean, they don't make it there, they cater, they bring it in there? You said
They
cater?
cook everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you said cater.
well,
That's just as.
you guys are a committee of two, so.
Well, how much money you wanna spend? Because this, I know this one's good, but this would minimum 2,500.
This will be cheaper.
That's
The food's okay. I mean, it's.
since we're experimenting and trying it for the first time, maybe we shouldn't go. If it's a success, then we'll do the next one. We'll
See
make
how it goes over and then,
Yeah, you come back next year, you'll have a bigger party, bigger and better.
and next year I'll go to Wendy's.
I think the important thing is that we're gonna do it, because it beats having nothing.
But what days was the other place available, similar to that?
You can get it anytime you want, but the price varies because of the day you want it.
Let's say the 20, what is it?
I mean, I saw it here, Sunday through Thursday, $70 per adult, Sunday through Thursday. If you want it on a Friday or a Saturday, now it's $80.
Well, we figure it'll be the 70th, the Sunday.
See, that would be $70 a head that day.
Pay $70 a head without alcohol.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
It
And
just seems pricey to me.
21% service charge, plus 6.625 tax charge. And some other wacky charges in here.
That just seems pricey to me, I don't know, maybe I'm.
What's the name? I'm no terrorist.
No one gets married or anything, you guys aren't getting married or anything.
Yeah, they fill up receipt every time. I think they're doing the high price thing because they sell out every night.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody goes.
I think, yeah. We went there for a big thing, for a celebration of life. It was good, they had everything, but
Well,
if you want a private bartender, it's at another $150. And if you want to come wait, no, you're making drinks that you gotta pay for.
so is there a preference?
I don't think there's a preference right now. I'd like to thank, the work that you've done already, but we need to find out how many people are going to attend, okay?
Yes.
That's the bottom line.
I think you take the 30, I think you take the cheaper
Yeah.
price, put in the tax, put in the service charge, multiply it by 35, that's what you're gonna wind up spending, and treat it like a $2,000 item. A $3,000 item in the budget is gonna be a tough,
Right, but-
small.
But get a head count before we,
Yeah, but you're gonna be, but assume that 35, if it's a rainy day or something happens, or.
oh yeah, a lot of people.
It's gonna be
all
most of it, yeah. But I think that, in terms of the 35, I think it's reasonable that we get 35 people, Chris. given who shows up at our meetings now. And at least I would suspect 2 of the 3 people that are getting the Holly Club induction would show up.
Right.
So we're not all that far off the 35.
Well, let's, Chris put out an email
It's already out.
to everybody.
Oh, sorry,
It's already out.
And tell them that we're having this luncheon, and we want to know how many people we want to, and then respond to
Right.
Chris, and we'll get up a list and see what happens.
Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, with the emails I send, I get 1 or 2 responses. Okay, so we'll see if this makes any difference.
Those responses, the 3 Holland Club, and then we'll get a head count whoever comes to the next meeting.
Right.
And then if there's a couple seats left over, we'll invite people.
I think it's a great idea. Oh, pizza's at the door.
Oh, then you forward wait another month.
Yeah, if we wait another month, come up here. If we wait another month.
Yeah, we can do it in August, I mean, sure.
So we know what we mean before you reply to them. Are we gonna lose those July dates? We wait until May to tell them, or April?
I don't know. I don't know if we would lose these, when would we lose that? They're gonna fill their dates up as soon as they can.
Tentative last Sunday, July, from next week,
26 or something.
26, and commit next meeting. Go, no, go, right, next week.
Well, if the date isn't available, we're gonna have to come up with a new date.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
So I think we should fish cut date. Want to do this, so we should.
Just gonna have to give them a deposit.
Yeah. Well, we could lose. What do you want to do? You want to make a commitment for July 26th?
I like the date. I like the Sunday date.
And we're not gonna have a meeting that Friday.
No.
Right. It'll be the Holland induction.
Okay, no meeting that month.
Well, the abbreviated meeting, that's, we're not gonna come Friday, we're all gonna show up Sunday.
You want me to give them a check for $150?
That would be my suggestion, but I'm only one vote.
Well,
If you don't
have-
if you don't nail down
I
the
don't
date,
know.
we're gonna talk about this.
Okay,
We meet once a month, all of a sudden, like April, and then
I only hear one conversation.
We gotta talk about our lives, so before you.
Okay, let's do it this way. How many people are gonna go?
Well,
There you go. There you go.
I'll say, yeah.
Okay, so there you go. We got 12 or 13 here.
plus the 3 Hollands.
Bob and his wife
Right,
will go.
okay.
And Guy's gonna go.
Yes, Guy will go, yeah. Unless he's working.
That's why Sunday is the right day, because he works on Saturday and not Sunday.
What were the numbers? It's $35 plus 21%, plus 7?
What meal are we gonna take? The 51, the 40, or 35?
Let's.
With the 51, you get desserts, you got more choices.
A lot cheaper, yeah, it's a lot cheaper than this, yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Let's go to the middle of the road.
I think it's.
Can I lighten the mood?
Yeah.
We got food here, why would we say? Yeah, I'm Yankee.
We could decide, we could lock in the venue. We lock in this, we lock in the date, reserve it. And then we can we can finalize the venue.
You wanna lock in the date?
I lock in the date,
You wanna lock in the date? And then we'll finalize it.
and then we'll finalize the venue.
Okay.
If we're gonna do it, when you're talking for the desserts, it would be a nice affair.
I mean, if we're gonna spend the money, we might as well get the high-end deal.
I would agree.
There's no sense in shortchanging the members if we're offering this to them. That would be like, we're submarine sales and we're used to good.
We're gonna authorize something,
There's a whole surf and turf debate going on in the real world.
I guess we'll have to vote on that.
$66 for chairs.
So, where we at?
$2,300 item, basically.
Yeah, okay, some, over $2,000. So you wanna
That's
make,
not that much money.
so we make a motion.
I mean, we're not.
I make a motion that we
Commit to the
commit to this date that Jim was talking about.
I'll second the deposit.
With the deposit, yes.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
So we're authorizing motion to reserve the date.
July, what is the date? July
26.
July 26th,
From 12 to 4,
12 to 4.
And we're gonna do the, we're
$51.
gonna do the $51.
Okay. At, what's the location?
11 Church Street, Allentown.
What's the name of the place?
What's the name?
Piazza.
Lafayette.
Piazza?
Piazza. LAPIAZZA.
They're in the old firehouse, just off the center of town.
Across the street from the old fire.
I would go and take a light there, and find out how it is. Now, pizza
Joining
is
the
here,
speech was wise.
and I think we could do our 2 stories over pizza.
Hey, it's a good idea.
Closing prayer.
Okay.
Well, the closing prayer.
Not one of them.
We're gonna do the closing prayer.
Closing prayer.
Grant us, O Lord, that as Americans and celebrating veterans,
We may continue to help our fellow veterans and those in need. We thank you for the people assembled here and pray you will bless their many works. Be with us.
Amen.
Thank you, gentlemen.
No, I'm
So,
not.
you wanna-
Watch this.
Let's do the live stream, you know, let's see. I'm not telling sea stories on camera over here, you know what I'm saying? Was that? You did, just, I did.
You're on camera.
Right, I told you, November 12th, 2019, that's the first time I was supposed to leave, November 13th, 2025. But here's the thing, I wanted to go, is this off yet? I'm sorry, I don't like seeing it on camera. Are we good?
Go back over there. You won't be on camera. Okay.
Sorry, guys, whatever. That's what I'm saying, I'm not with that, I'm not with that. So, let's verify that this is off. Who's the guy in charge of it? Him?
Yeah. Yeah, wait, get your pizza first.
Yeah.
It's cool, this was cool, I wanted to.
Small beer.
But you're not gonna mail you, you're gonna get your, you're not really just, you're the regular. Right?
I am, but with the A stuff, I don't know if I'm actually in the regular reserve, you know what I mean, like.
When they mail you that, what's your DD 14 say, final release date or something like
I am in the regular reserve until April 2027.
that? Yeah, then they'll mail you.
Yeah.
Should have been there was. It's inactive though, right?
It's inactive, yeah, but here's the other thing too, if you make, you know, if you join the A claims process, I don't know if that actually notifies your IRR, I don't think it actually put you back. I don't know.
Your DD 214 probably shows that you have like 98%.
You want to send out the new.
No, so here's my story, I ended up on the Pennsylvania, I showed you that one.
You can send my email address.
And we made 2 patrols, and then the rest of my time was in February. I graduated in
Give me a copy of
on
the.
sugar boat, it was terrible.
Okay, and I'll send you the.
I already sent out an email, anybody interested?
And I've got a whip from the shipyard.
I already sent that out.
And
That's
I sent out,
How was that, Joe?
with the rest of the menu.
Yeah.
A lot of reasons. And it
it
was cost.
was, it wasn't like that, it wasn't fun, it wasn't one of
Let me
the
put
episodes.
something together,
Problem.
and I'll send you.
Wasn't it fun to patrol?
No.
And then,
So you can hang loose, you walk through the
Blast
car,
that.
your underwear, nobody cared. And it was before females on
I'll
our crew too.
keep
When you go to the shipyard, yeah, we got females on our crew. So the entire dynamic changed in my last year in, it wasn't like the dynamic, I'm not in a bad way, I'm not, you know what I mean, but at the end of the day, the dynamic changes and the boys sport that used to exist no longer exists. You know, which was half the fun, honestly.
Where were your rebates?
Everything was out of
Didn't you
bag
make
of
them sign in?
Yeah.
I've been in that building.
How about smoking? You let you smoke on? No, no smoking.
No smoking, but we don't sneak vapes on
They tried to make a marshal and Tommy vote. They had 120 transfer sheets.
Everybody's leaving. Art smoking, you know, the electrostatic precipitators?
Yeah.
They fried out, they're smoking, they smoked for like 3 days. And they were climbing the wall and everything.
Well, one of the things that Rickover did was the decision that the first 10 boats have really good inspection